Welcome to Can You Handle the Truth with your host, Jocelyn McGuire, and co-host, Alexis Whaley. Please sit back, relax, like, and share as we get into this interactive podcast.
Well. How you doing today, Lex?
Hello, hello, hello.
You doing fine?
Doing wonderful.
That's good. I am so glad we're here today because I want to know, can you handle the truth?
Yes, I can handle the truth. Can you handle the truth?
Absolutely, I can handle the truth, all right?
Wonderful.
We come to give it to them, all right?
Yes.
Listen, like and share, as our announcer has said before, and bring someone with you, all right, to view the show. And make
Absolutely.
sure they can handle the truth, all right? Now, oh my goodness, I'm quite sure you all have heard about the submarine that went down to view the Titanic, and five individuals was on the in the submarine.
Yes.
Well, something tragic has happened. We got the news today that there's no survivors.
My God.
Yes, no survivors. So our prayers and
Wow.
condolences go out to those families and friends. But they had to sign a waiver. Oh yeah, you sign a waiver when you get in that submarine.
Of course.
And the waiver is it tells you like 3 times you may die, and it says on there 1 time you may not return. I think that would have been enough for me.
You know what? I was just getting ready to say the same thing. They only had to tell me one time.
One time, yeah, one time. But they knew it. They read it. They knew it. They explained it to them that you may not return.
Yes.
So that's a chance that you're taking. But I just some things you just gotta rethink. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? You just gotta rethink about it. And like I said, we give our heartfelt condolences
Yes.
to their families and to their
Absolutely.
friends once again.
Absolutely.
Because they did not plan on anything of that nature to happen with
Absolutely
them.
not.
I'm quite sure they was looking forward to coming back because there other people been on there before, but them tickets was like $250,000.
From what I did
individual.
hear, I'm sorry, I did hear
Mhm.
that there was a millionaire on there,
Mhm.
and he paid some millions for this to
Wow.
occur.
Wow.
Yes,
Yeah, I seen that they had the man and his son,
yes,
follow him on there, and I'm like, oh my God! But you got that kind of money and you can do things like that. Then I guess
Oh.
those are things you do. I'm not quite sure. It's almost like the people now. You can go to the moon
just
if
getting
you
ready
got
to
if
say
you got
that.
the right money.
Yes, the gentleman I was just speaking about, he had paid to go to the moon also.
Wow.
He was an adventurer, and I'm sure they was ready to come back to tell about
Yes.
their adventure.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Wow.
Wow. And so, like I said, it's a sad day today, and people were praying and hoping and
Wow.
wishing, that it would turn out to be a more positive news.
Yes. Well, did they ever say what happened?
Well,
Actually, what caused them not to be able to submerge?
I'm quite sure they're going to probably have to end up doing like
An investigation.
a full investigation, and they're not governed by any laws at all. So this is something that they do, but however, they got that waiver covering them.
Yes.
And let you take your chances. But listen, if you ever get to the point in your life that you have to question something or you have to ponder upon it,
Yes.
don't do it. Don't do it.
You
Okay?
say yourself is trying to tell you
Trying
something.
to tell you something. Don't do it. Let me tell my little story, girl. We went down to where did we go? We somewhere in Mexico, Cancun.
Woo.
Yeah, went to Cancun.
Okay.
So my son had got us this excursion, right?
Right.
Oh my God. Okay, we're at the beach. So the excursion included us scuba diving.
Oh, yes. I've been
Okay.
to Cancun.
All right, so we took the little lesson with the the instructor,
Yeah.
and then we went ahead and got our gear and all that, snorkel and all that other stuff, the little flabby feet on there.
Exciting.
And then, oh my God! But listen to this. We walked down towards the water, getting ready to get in, and he gives us some last minute instructions. He said, you're going to be going down like 15 to 20 feet.
Okay.
Well, you know what? When he said that, I just come to realization I can't drink all this water.
Oh, my God.
Then I said, Father God, you did not give us the spirit of fear, but you sure enough gave me a lot of common sense.
That's sound mind.
And it's a sound mind, okay? Listen, I'm not going. I changed my mind. You're not coming, mother. You're not coming. No. I don't want to have to ruin this vacation for everybody else. All right? I can't do it.
Oh,
I can't
my
do
goodness.
it. So if it says you
Don't
something
do
is
it.
telling you
Don't
do it, and you got to ponder upon it,
Yeah.
don't do it. Okay?
Remind me of
Don't
my
do
mom.
it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yes.
Well, you know what? It's almost that time. Listen here. Do you all love our background? Oh my God. Isn't
it's
it just
wonderful.
fantastic? Oh, I mean, I told you, we was going to upgrade and do better.
Yes.
And you know what? I forgot to put the Cash App on because
Yes.
we had gotten donations before, and I used those donations to improve
Increase,
the network that we're with, and that you have a better quality show.
Right.
So we're going to end up putting that up there, the Cash App, and if you ever want to Cash App us, please don't hesitate to do so. Right. And we're going to put that Cash App up. Also, we do have our own email, and there it is. Can you handle the truth podcast at gmail.com? So you all can use this particular email if you all want to inquire upon some things, okay? So we'll be here with you, and we can't wait to get those emails, all right? You take advantage of it, all right? Now, it's almost that time. It's almost that time with our very own Alexis. And she's going to be bringing the real news for the real people.
That's right.
Is that right?
That's right.
All right, the real news for the real people, and it is called
Can You Handle the News? Well, today, for our top story, we have here on Can You Handle the Truth? Can You Handle the News? And our news segment today is doctors that perform thousands of unnecessary surgeries. Unnecessary surgeries. And I call this story Scars of Trust. It's a sad thing that we have to trust into someone that we have no knowledge of. Well,
So a lot of
Today,
people
I
are
have
kind
a
of wondering, did this
story.
have anything to do with her death? Again,
Let
we
me
have
get
not been
to
able
it.
to confirm.
Today, I have a story. And to let you know, the sad thing is that there's so many people in America that falls victims of suffering unnecessary surgeries. And those who suffer unnecessary surgeries tend to suffer all of their lives, their entire lives, from surgeries that they never needed. Understand that we make mistakes as people. Why? Because we trust the doctors to know that they are understanding what they're telling us, understanding what they're doing. Why? Because we trust them. We trust them to do the professional things as any other profession. We find more doctors who simply lack competency or training, or recognize when a surgical procedure can be avoided, either because of the medical facts don't warrant it, or because they are non-surgical treatments that would be better for the patient, period. Given the fact that we have had here recently the beautiful Miss Jackie O, whose real name is Jocelyn Smith. She was a part of
So a lot of
the
people are kind of
Wilding
wondering, did this have
Outcasts,
anything to do with
a
her
life
death? Again, we have
partner
not been able
of
to
DC Young. More importantly, she was a tremendous mother of 3 beautiful children that her and DC Young shared together. The 32-year-old unfortunately died in Miami, May 31st, 2003, where 2023, forgive me, where she allegedly traveled to undergo a mommy makeover surgery, which is a plastic surgery procedure, something that they commonly do. DC Young stated that she did go to Miami with one Dr. Zach, who was born Dr. Zachary, who his name is Dr. Zachary Okaha. I'm gonna spell that because I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's Okhah, who performed her surgery. This mommy makeover is a very, very invasive surgery, a cosmetic surgery, which can be any combination such as liposuction, tummy tuck, or any remote similar, as a childbirth typically increases the weight and the fat deposits on a female's body. Evidently, this is something that she felt that she needed and wanted. She then went to Miami to have this procedure, and trusting that the doctors knew what they were doing. And as we know that with any surgery, there can be possibilities of complications, such as blood clots, infections. You even have the chance of becoming septic, developing MRSA or SARS, even from what they call small minute surgeries, something typical that they do every day. You know, the ones that the doctor said, I've done 1,000 of them, no problem, don't worry about it, everything is going to be all right. And unfortunately, as we know, this one simple thing, this one simple surgery went horribly wrong. Doing a little research of my own on this same doctor, my findings is that Miss Smith's death, after Miss Smith's death, he did not only unfriend her, but he also took the post down that he had of her after the surgery. And this so-called plastic surgeon, I found out that some of his other former patients he had performed surgical procedures on, filed lawsuits against this man, stating that and complaining that he allegedly mutilated their bodies. The doctor filed a lawsuit on his own against the said patient, but his case was thrown out without any prejudice. Miss Jackie O. Smith died a sudden death from complications of this plastic surgery. A tragic and unexpected loss, who many are now trying to process. Our condolences to the family and her friends. And right now we're going back to your host, Miss Jacqueline, Miss Jocelyn McGuire.
And that's all right. That's all right. Yes, yeah, I'm dressed today. Got it
You
going
go
on.
ahead, honey.
Got it going on.
Ah, I like that belt. I like that belt.
Thank you. Oh my God, it's such a tragedy to hear that news. And she was nothing but 32 years
32 years old.
And that it's frightening whenever you have to have surgery.
Yeah.
But however, it's a choice that people make every single day about plastic surgery to reconstruct, to make them look better.
Yeah.
That they're not satisfied with their body, and they become the person that wants to manipulate the body to
Yes.
make it
Ooh,
look
that's a
like
good
it
word.
did before. Yeah, so then you go to these so-called professionals,
Yes.
and you put your trust
Yes.
in them. And unfortunately, this has happened, and this is not the first time
Right.
a patient has lost their life due to these particular type of surgeries that are performed.
Right. Actually, these surgeries are done on a day-to-day basis. This is something that is typically done, and it's okay for them to give these unnecessary surgeries.
Wow.
I also read to where there was a young 22-year-old boy that had dreams of being a baseball player.
Mm-hmm.
He was headed to the big leagues and things, and he, due to the fact that he fell out, he passed out, and they took him to the hospital and everything. They did test to him, and later on, a cardiologist called from the doctor's office and told him that he needed to get into the office immediately. He went, and then they told him that if he wanted to live to see 30,
Wow.
that he needed to get a pacemaker
My.
ASAP. There was 2 mistakes that he made. One, he realized that his dream was over. He cast himself, he gave up just that quick.
Wow.
Okay? And then he turned around and made a quick decision on what the doctor had told him. And so after he made this quick decision, he then allowed them to cut him in the center of his chest. The scar that he has now is very, very visible in the center of his chest. This is where I get the story from, Scars of Trust.
Yes. Yeah.
Because he trusted this doctor. And then, long story short, after he allowed this doctor to do this surgery on him, then they found out later on, a few months later, he never even needed the surgery. He then had 3 other doctors to check behind him and then found out all he needed was some blood pressure medication.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know, that's why it's so important to be your own advocate.
Yes.
You got to be a strong advocate to advocate for yourself, for
Absolutely.
your health. Because
Absolutely.
that means you should get another opinion.
Yes.
A second opinion.
Yes.
And maybe even a third
Yes,
opinion.
exactly.
That's what you need to do.
Exactly.
So people, we need to advocate for ourselves.
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying don't trust your doctor, but however, guess what?
Ask questions.
They're human.
Yes.
They're human, and they can make mistakes.
Yes.
They can misdiagnose.
Yes.
And they're just people. That's all they are.
Yes.
They're just people. So if you ever get a diagnosis and you got to make a choice about getting cut on and having a major surgery or even a minor surgery,
Yes.
then you need to advocate for yourself.
Absolutely.
And get a second, maybe even a third opinion.
Yes, that's great.
Yeah.
And even as there was a young man again that was born with spina bifida, and this man had been having surgeries on his body from the time that he was born
Wow.
till he reached 20 years old. And after he reached 20 years old, and he was 200 surgeries in those 20 years.
You said 200?
200 surgeries.
Wait a minute, 200 surgeries?
200 surgeries in 20 years.
In 20
this
years.
young man had. Now, once he got to reach that point, he developed a respiratory infection to where he had to be on a ventilator for the rest of his life. The doctors then told him after 20 years of surgery, 200 surgeries, they then told this young man there was nothing else that they could do for him. And he asked them after 20 years, so you telling me that there's nothing else that you can do for me? So now you're just going to give up and let me die?
Well,
He was 20 years old.
20 years old. And the thing about it is, with him being 20 years old and having all those surgeries,
Yes.
which I want to know, was anyone advocating for him?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is ridiculous for someone that has surgery over and over and over again, but they only grow worse.
Yes.
They only get worse.
Thank you for saying that. So I was in a car accident last year. And so, of course, I had to go through all the different rigmaroles and the tests and the whatever, being in the hospital, whatnot, because I had spinal stenosis. So they used that for them to do more tests.
Okay.
Okay? But then they told me that with the way my body was and the things that was going on, that I needed surgery.
Okay.
And when they told me that I needed surgery, I said, well, surgery where? Because I had already had a fusion to my neck and spine.
Okay.
Okay, so, and that right there was something I would never want to go through again in life, ever. You understand what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yes.
So now, you not only want to cut me, but you want to go through the back of my neck, from the back of my head all the way down my back and into my spine. And I'm saying, well, okay, well, if this surgery that you're talking about, what's it going to do?
Exactly.
What is it going to, like, is it going to help me? Well, I can't tell you whether it's going to help or it's going to take your pain away or it's going to, you just let me do it. And then I said, but what kind of quality of life am I going to have after the fact? And it was not even, they did not even care about my health after the fact. They wanted to know about them dollars
That's it.
that they was going to get
Yeah.
from that surgery. And
Yeah.
so since they said they were not going to get the money that they wanted, they were not going to give me the money that I needed.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
If you didn't have surgery.
Yes.
That is crazy.
Yes.
You know, with those type of surgeries, and I know someone that was in a very serious automobile accident, and they had that particular surgery done, where they went through the back of their neck and to their spine. And to this day, they got some money, but however, money is no good to
Baby,
you.
I'm trying to tell you, you
have
can't
to
spend
get,
it.
If you got to get hooked on pain pills,
Come on.
opiates, oh yeah, that money, you spend all that money on them drugs.
For
okay?
what?
For what? This to say you got a nice piece of change.
You got enough money that's worth $2 for your life. Your life is
Your
not
life.
worth $1.
Come
It
on.
just isn't. It
Come
just
on.
isn't. But I'm just saying that all of these unnecessary surgeries that they doing to people each and every day is unlawful.
Yeah, it has to be
It's
unlawful.
inhuman.
Yes.
It just is. And it
It's it.
happens every day. And no one says a word.
No one says the word. People, advocate. I cannot stress it
Yes.
more. Please advocate for yourself or advocate for your loved ones.
Yes,
Advocate
yes.
for them, because sometimes people just don't really understand the magnitude of a surgery and exactly what is going to happen. Because one thing about the doctors, they will not give you a guarantee.
No. And then it's not just the surgeries, it's all the medications.
The medication,
You know,
yes.
it's all the medications. It's not that the fact that they're trying to cure you,
Yeah.
because if they cure you, then they can't get paid every day.
No. And if they cure you,
You become a product. You become a product.
oh yes, yes, yes.
Of you become a medical product, because then they're basically selling you over and over and
Oh, yeah.
over to different doctors.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And the thing about when you hit on that medication, it made me think about this particular medication I'm on. Now I am a avid reader, okay. And when I get my medication, a lot of people do not read the pamphlet that is
Yes.
supplied to you, and so you wonder why come people have issues, why people die off, this, that, and the other, and start having other major medical issues.
Yes.
Well, however, like I said, I'm an avid reader, and I read the medication. It said, do not take this medication with this other certain medication. And I was on both of those medications.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, I am so glad I read.
Yes.
Because the medicines, they would interact together.
Yes.
They would have caused a very serious adverse effect upon my organs. It would have did damage to my
Wow.
kidneys and my liver.
Wow.
But however, like I said, people, be your own advocate.
Yes.
Start reading your pamphlets you receive with your medication.
Absolutely.
All right? Listen. Oh my God. Well, listen, people. Like and share. Like and share, like and share. And just pass it on. Bring a friend on, because you know what? We got some information here that is going to help you.
Yes.
It's going to enable you to become what? Wiser.
Yes.
To become wiser. Now, our topic for tonight is
Come on with it. Come on with it.
whew, it gets worse before it gets better. Do you give up?
Ooh, wee.
I mean, I'm talking real life stuff here, because this is life events that unfortunately happen to a lot of people, and the fact is, majority of the time, it
Yes.
gets worse.
Yes. Yes.
Before it gets better.
Yes, it do.
So when it gets to the point that it's worse, with the T on the end of it, because that's the worst of worse. Okay? Worse is bad with the E. But with the T on it, it means it is the ultimate worst. situation you can be in. Excuse me. So we know that, excuse me, that a lot of people, they do suffer.
Yeah.
And these life events are unexpected,
Yes.
or they are on the horizon and
Yes.
people can see it coming. And there's sometimes nothing that you can do. You can try to map it out, put the numbers together. You may try to make sure that you cross your T's and dotted your I's. But however, it just seems like it's getting worse.
Yes.
And I've been in those type of situations where it got worse before it got better.
Yes, yes.
But I just want to know, what do you give up? Do you give up? And the clear answer for me would be, don't give up.
No.
Because you ever heard that saying, no, Granny used to say it, great Granny used to say it, and great Granny used to say it, trouble don't last always.
Don't last always.
I felt that right
Don't
there.
last always.
Trouble do not last always.
Right.
It don't last always. It don't last. It looks like it's going to last. It looks like there is no end to this suffering. There's no end to what is happening in your life.
Yeah.
And some of you may say, well, you don't understand my situation. Listen here. It doesn't matter what type of situation you have. Don't give up.
That's right.
That's the thing. Do not give up. And some of you may say, well, what do I do when I am at my wit's end on what to do to make this situation reverse itself? And some people are lost. And sometimes we have people that are religious people or consider themselves to be Christians. Sometimes they give up. And I'm not understanding. I'm not saying you got to be a superhuman. But however, you have got to believe that things are going to change.
Yeah.
Things are going to change, and sometimes you get to the point and be like, well, I done prayed and I done prayed and I done prayed. And I pray over and over again, and I feel like giving up. People, please do not give up. Have you ever seen people be in a situation as to where they're losing everything, and right towards the end of it, they just can't take no more. They commit suicide. They jump off buildings. They shoot stuff. Don't do none of that. And then you come to find out, guess what? Things turned around.
This is funny. This is, I'm sitting here listening to you, and I'm literally seeing that life, it's almost like a jar. A jar that you're trying to open, and you try and you try and you try. You get a rag, you use your shirt. You try to do everything you can to get that jar open. You pump on it, you knock on it, you do everything. If you want what's in that jar bad enough, you're going to keep on till it pop, right?
Exactly.
You're not going to give up, right?
No.
You're not going to throw away that jar.
Nope.
Throw away that can. You're not going to throw it away. You're going to keep on until you get whatever it is inside
Exactly.
of that jar. And that's the same way. You got to keep going. You got to keep pushing. You got to keep pressing. Because sometimes these things that we go through in life, it's for our making, not for our breaking.
Absolutely.
And I know I was one, I could not stand that saying, it's for your making, not for you. I could not stand that, because every time I was going through something, here comes somebody wanted to tell me, God is working out for your good. It's for your making. You don't want to hear that at that time.
At that time, no, you don't.
But you got to understand that it's truly for your making.
Yeah.
God's not doing anything to you in life that he's not going to build you for. There's a process.
Absolutely.
There's a process that we all have to go through. Now, I done been through some dark times in my life,
Yes.
and have had that situation where I wanted to give up, threw in the towel.
Yeah.
But you know what happened when
What
I threw it? He threw it right back.
Do it right. See, you know what? And the thing about it is, even you have people that are not religious,
Yeah.
that do not believe in God or ever attended church. And you had some people that I have met through my life journey that they have never been in a church building,
Right.
even as a child.
Right.
Had never been in a church building. However, you hear these stories that it got real bad. It got worse.
Yeah.
And they was at their bottom of the rope just
My
barely
God.
holding
My
on.
God.
And then they found, you know what, something inside of them, and they're like, God help me.
Yeah.
Please help me. The next thing you know, they on their knees and they
Yes.
praying and they crying out. And things start to get better.
Yeah.
Because then they put their trust and their faith in God. And sometimes things happen in our life. You know what? And all prayers don't get answered.
That's right.
Now I'm just gonna tell you the truth.
That's
now.
right.
That all prayers don't get answered.
Sometimes we
'Cause
pray sometimes we pray
come on, come on.
in vain.
All right.
Sometimes our prayer just be going into the wrong direction.
Okay. And and the thing about it is, here's the thing: if we said no, we just gonna pray and God's gonna answer all our prayers, guess what? We will all be on top of each other.
Oh, standing
We
on
will
top
all
of
be
each
on
other.
top of
Yeah.
each other because we will be praying that our loved ones will still be here with us.
Not
know.
on top of that, we wouldn't need God anymore.
Oh.
If He answered everything that we
Oh,
needed, we
listen.
wouldn't need Him.
Listen, He gives you 5 senses.
Yeah.
And some people have 6,
Yeah.
which we would call the anointing, the Holy Spirit. It's to where they can tap in on certain things. He gives you these tools that you can work with.
Yes.
However, if you do not take advantage of what is given to you
That's right.
and use your mind that He has given you, then why are we here?
That's right.
And why are we here if we got to reach out all the time, help me, help me, help me, help me, when He gives you the tools to help yourself?
That's right.
Now, I know some people not going to like what I just said, and hey, can you handle the truth? This is what it's called, and this is why it's called that. Because, see, I want people to start to put things together and what makes sense. What makes sense? You know, where I pray and I pray and I pray and I pray, and God don't ask no prayers. He ain't asking none of my prayers. But you know what? Guess what? That does not mean give up.
Well, deny does not always. Delay does not always mean deny.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
then not only that, for the ones that are saying that God do not answer prayer, or where was He at in this bad situation, or whatever the case may be, understand that number one, He woke you up
Absolutely.
this morning. That was the number one thing.
Absolutely.
And He started you on your way, gave you the ability to be in your right mind.
Right.
Now, but what you got to do is then turn around and look back. I know they say don't look back over your life, but yeah, you look back and you see how far God has brought you. The things that He's done in your life. Many a times, many a days and nights I have to sit and and look back and
Yeah.
see how far God has really brought me.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Many a times there has been dark days in my life. Times that I wanted to give up, like I said. Depression, suicide.
Yes.
You know, there was abuse, there was rapes, there was this, there was that. And you think that that's the end of it.
Exactly. Yeah,
But,
exactly.
honey, let me tell you, it's not.
It's not.
It's
keep
not.
holding on.
It's just keep living.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep living, because after you get out of that, it's not what you are in
Mm-hmm.
that counts. It's how you come out of it,
How you come out of it.
how you go through it.
Yes.
That's what's important.
How you handle
That's
it.
really is how you handle it.
Yes. Yes.
How you handle it.
Yes.
And you saying that God is not doing this, God is not doing that. Understand that two things. Faith and belief is two different things.
Yes.
Faith and belief is two different things. People think if they believe, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But you got to have faith.
Yeah, faith. You gotta know.
You got to have that faith.
Yeah. You gotta know for sure. You gotta
And
know
stop
for
speaking
sure.
so negative.
Exactly.
Stop speaking so negative. Stop speaking so negative. Saying that what's broken. I'm hurting and I'm
yeah.
sick. I'm broke. I'm this. I'm that. Stop saying that, because you're speaking curses.
Exactly.
Word curses over your life.
Exactly.
If you turn that thing around and begin to just say how well you are,
Yes.
how rich you are,
It's gonna get better.
it's going to get better.
I know it.
It's going to get better.
Yes.
Just begin to just speak positive things in
right.
your life. Speak life.
Yes. Speak. Girl, you
Speak
took the words
life.
out my
Speak
mouth.
life. I'm telling you, when the word said that life and death is in the power of your tongue, he ain't talking about somebody else's. He talking
Like
about yours.
That's right, yours.
It's what you speak over your own life.
Life. Yep. You can either bless your life or curse it.
Yes. No matter what you're going through, though.
No matter what you're going through, guess what? Don't give
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
You know, if you got an issue or something of that nature going on, you know, excuse me, you need to seek refuge.
Yeah.
And, you know, whether you are religious or not,
Yes.
you still need to seek help.
Yes.
Maybe you have a pastor that you can talk to, excuse me, that can give you some spiritual guidance.
Yes.
Or you can speak to someone that can give you some godly counseling.
Yes. That's a word.
Yes.
Godly.
Counseling. Because sometimes you'll come across people, such as your friends, that will give you counsel, but however, it's ungodly counsel. They will tell you the wrong thing to do to solve your issue.
Yeah, because if they were so wise, they'd be solving their own.
Well, they
I'm just
they
saying.
were so wise, exactly.
I'm just
They
saying.
would solve their own. But however, do not take counsel from someone, from someone that's going to tell you to do wrong.
That's right.
To clear up your issue.
That's right.
Okay? Don't take their counsel. Take godly counsel. Now, like I said, we do have an email address.
Yes.
And you please reach out, use that email address,
Yes.
okay? And we'll pray for you. You know, we two godly women, we'll pray for you.
Absolutely.
You know, your title, she's an elder and she's been doing it for a long time in the church, and I'm an evangelist, you know. So, and we do have a heart for the people.
Yes.
We have a heart for all the people.
Absolutely.
No matter what walk of life you are walking,
Yeah.
or where you come from,
Yeah.
or where you've been,
Absolutely.
or what you're doing now, we still have a love for you and a great concern.
Yes.
a great concern. So reach out, to our email and let us know if you need godly counseling. We'd be glad to contact you and give you the counseling that you need.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Now,
and if not, and if you don't want the prayer or the godly counsel, there's resources that places that you can go and get medical, mental attention.
yes.
You know,
Yes.
there are places. I know that there's sometimes the people, especially if they're in a binding situation, they don't want to reach out or go out or whatever the case may be. That's why we're saying you could do this anonymously.
Absolutely.
We don't know you from Adam's house, cat. Do this anonymously.
Absolutely.
Just text or email or whatever.
Reach
however
out.
you can just reach out and we could pray with you.
Yeah.
We could talk with you. Somebody just might need to hear somebody else's voice.
Exactly.
You know, a lot of people say, how can you tell me what my toe feel like? And it's broken and it's hurt if you ain't never had one.
You ain't never had. Come on. This is what gets me, people. If you ain't never been homeless,
Come on.
and if you have never had electricity, heat, running water, and it's in the dead winter,
Yeah.
then guess what? You can't tell me it's gonna be all right if you ain't been through it and
That's
came
right.
out of it.
That's right. That's right.
You
And-
came out of it. You ain't gonna give me no false hope. And you have not been in it. You have
you
not
can't
been
tell me how to
through
get out of it.
And you gonna tell me how to get out of it. And come on now, you ain't never been in it. When you listen, this is what gets me about people. If I was you,
Come on.
oh,
Come
I
on with
can't
that.
stand that. If
Come on
I
with
was
that.
you, honey, I would do this. I would do that. Oh yeah, this what I would say. Whoa, boo boo. Wait a minute, boo boo. Flu. Wait a minute.
Flu.
Yeah, flu. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, flu, boo boo. Because one thing about it.
Okay.
One thing about it. When you're not when you're not in that situation, guess what? You're calm.
Yeah.
You don't have no racing heart.
Come on.
Your pulse is
Come
not
on.
rapidly
Come on.
pumping. Listen, you
Anxiety,
calm.
stress.
Listen, you ain't
Yeah.
stressed. You are calm as a cucumber.
Yeah.
So you are definitely in your right mind
Yeah.
to make a good decision.
Yeah.
However, when you're happening to you, boo boo and Lulu and flu, when it's happening to you and you in that situation, guess
Right.
what? You ain't gonna be able to do what you told me you was gonna do about it.
Ooh-wee.
Okay? Now, can you handle the truth? That's all
Come
I want
on.
to know. Can you handle the truth?
Can you be in that situation where you on fire, you getting all the smoke, you dealing with the pains and the isms and the schisms, in the middle of the pit,
In the middle of it,
dark,
can't
find your way,
you can't even crawl out.
but you gonna be able to tell,
No,
you gonna be able to get up and just walk out.
no.
You gonna have your right mind, your senses all about you.
Yeah, but wait till you in the situation.
That's what I'm saying. While you in that situation,
Wait till that situation comes around.
when you in that situation, it's different.
Oh yes,
It's a lot different.
Honey, it's
I
a-
could stand outside that door
And tell you.
y'all all day long how to handle the situation.
okay. But when the situation arrives,
Baby,
listen.
let that dog out.
One thing about it, when situation arrives, guess what rides with it? Fire.
Toot.
Fire. Fire, you can't even put the fire out.
Yeah.
All right. I don't care how much water you got. It's fire comes with it. But however, people, listen to me. Listen to me. Like and share. Like and
Please.
share. And
Please like and
go
share.
tap somebody and tell them to come on.
Please
in.
like and share.
Tell them to come on in. Now we're gonna switch our topic here, and we're gonna go
Ooh, that
over
one was
to,
hot. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna go over to about rumors.
Oh, here we go.
Rumors.
Here we go.
Rumors.
Rumors.
Oh my God.
I wish I had that music.
Oh my God. Okay. Rumors. My goodness. Listen, I have been the subject of so many rumors
Oh.
that were not true. But however, the people that listen to the rumors, they would judge me based off
The rumor.
the rumor. They would judge me based off the rumor. And that's like people says this, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book by its cover. Because on the inside, it may be having a real nice story.
Come on.
That's better than what's on the outside of the book.
Come on.
And so what happens with individuals is that people have a different and various perspectives
Yes.
of individuals. They have their own perspective
Yes.
of individuals. And if, you know, and I'm that type of person, you know, in my picture, you be seeing me smiling and, you know,
Yes.
you know, but however, you know, I am a real person. And at times, I don't realize that I'm me mugging.
That's a natural reaction. A lot of us talk with our face.
Mm-hmm.
I know I do. I know I do.
So I'm not me mugging. They be like, oh, she is so mean. Oh, she's mean. She thinks she this, that. She's so bougie. You know, listen.
Did you say thank you?
What? Think about this. I'm approachable. You know what I'm saying? I am approachable. Listen, I'm approachable.
Okay.
I had this one young man approach me. And he said, are you married? You got a boyfriend? Single? What? Honey, I'm single. I can't believe you're single, as pretty as you are. You look so nice.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, it was nice of him saying that, but however, I still didn't get no boyfriend. But however, anyway. Any hoots. So he was saying, I don't understand why you don't have a man. I said, well, I have been told by various men that I am unapproachable. That they didn't think that I would give them the time of day because of the way I look. And the way I
Knew that was
dress.
coming. Knew that was
Yes.
coming.
The way I dress, the way I walk, you know. And I walk like a woman of authority, you know. And I dress myself, you know, I love fashion. And you know I'm a fashion designer. So I love fashion. I love jewelry. I like looking good. I like smelling good. I like wearing my hair different type of ways, you know. And sometimes I don't wear none at all. And I still look good.
Yes.
All right. And they think that I'm bougie or something, that they out of my league.
Well, can I share something just real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay, so just let me share this. I've learned down through the years that it's not about what someone actually thinks about you, because the problem is they're seeing something on you that they don't have in themselves. There is something that they're missing. How can she put herself together like that from head to toe, she must got good self-esteem, high self-esteem. She must exalt herself above. And it's not about that. It's not about that. And as you said, they're looking on the outside because they have no idea what's going on the inside, behind that smile, those beautiful eyes, all that, the clothes, the makeup, the hair, the this, the that. They don't know, have a clue
Not a clue.
who you really are.
No.
Because they've never taken the time, and they want to break you down.
Mm-hmm.
They want to break you down because there's something that is broken in them. Period.
Yeah.
And
I
if they
agree.
took more time out to get to know
Yes.
who you really are. I heard someone, I saw someone the other day said, don't judge someone by what someone else said,
Yeah.
but get to know them for yourself.
Get to know them for yourself. Get to know them for yourself. Yeah. You know what? And I'm that type of person. When I'm your friend, I'm a good friend.
Most people with big hearts are that type of way.
Yeah.
Most people with big hearts are that type of way. And, that used to bother me so much about what someone said or how they're looking at me or how they, judging me or whatever the case may be. But, baby,
Got a whole
girlfriend.
Got a whole new different attitude.
Girlfriend, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Got a whole
It's
different
not about
attitude.
them. A lot of people say, they ain't paying my bills, they ain't doing this and they ain't doing that. It's not even about that.
No.
See, you have no clue of what my story really is.
Yes.
See, you might have heard,
Okay. And some of it was fabricated.
2 or 3 things, or you might have thought you saw what you thought you saw.
But you didn't. Okay.
Okay? But if you paid more attention to what you're doing,
Come on.
if you paid more attention to what's going on in your life,
Yeah.
see, that's what's wrong with a whole lot of people. They're trying to judge and trying to dictate and control how and what you are.
Yes.
But they forgetting that they slipping.
Yes.
They forgetting that they falling.
Mm-hmm.
They missing a mark. Okay?
Missing several marks.
Several of them.
Yes. Yes. Well, you
But
know
they
what?
but I just want to say this last thing.
Mhm.
What would they do? What would they do
Mhm.
if Jesus
Mhm.
thought about them for what he knows, not for what he think?
Wow. We all be.
What if Jesus judged them for what he knew about them, not for what he think?
Girl, we be in bad shape.
I'm just saying.
Like I said, I've been saying this because the world is so messed up and so corrupt. Listen, we all going to hell in a hand basket while it's on fire.
I don't want to go.
Drawers on fire.
I don't
shoes
wanna
on
go.
fire.
I
And
don't
I
wanna
tell you
go.
what, because it's just a mess this world is.
It
Listen
is.
here, guys.
It's not the world, it's the people. But
It's
go
the
ahead.
people.
Mhm.
It's the people in the world that are going just bonkers, okay? Going bonkers. And listen here. Now it is time for. What's time for?
They want to know.
Huh?
If they want to know.
They want to know.
Did you make up some question?
No, I did not. No, I did not. You better come on with it. They want to know. They want to know. Listen, if you want to know anything about Wawa,
Okay.
email us with your questions and inquiries. So what you want to ask. Okay? So, they want to know.
They want to know.
Okay.
So I got a couple questions.
All right, go right ahead.
I got a couple questions for Madame. Oh God. What and how did you decide to start your first podcast?
Wow. That's a good one. That's a good one. How I decided, because I saw something in church that really shook me to the core.
Okay.
And I wanted to talk about it. And I thought it would be newsworthy. I thought it would be great for other people to hear this particular conversation that I was having. And that's why I did my first show of Can You Handle the Truth? And the title was Cell Phones in the Church.
Wow.
Yeah. Cell phones, because I was really bothered by it, you know. Cell phones in the church, people using their cell phones, they texting, kids are playing games. There's such a distraction. Then you see grown folks taking selfies.
In the church.
In the church. While service is, this ain't doing an offering, boo-boo. This ain't doing an offering, Lulu. This is doing the time that the preacher's up, the choir singing, you know, church functioning going on. And they taking selfies. And that bothered me. That bothered me because, you know, I used to be an usher, okay? And I knew my role as an usher. And the role of the usher is to keep order in the house.
Okay.
So that means that they would have to tap you on your shoulder.
Yes.
You know, could you put that away? Or, you know, listen. That was the issue.
They like the law, the sheriffs.
Yeah, they the police of the
Yeah,
church.
the police.
They the police. They the police of the church. I know I had to put some folks out, but hey, I just doing what I was doing. But yeah, but that what made me start it.
That's beautiful. Your second question.
Yes.
What keeps you inspired
About what?
about your show, about your life,
About the show?
your family, your children,
About
whoever,
life.
whatever? What
What-
keeps you inspired? What keeps you going? What keeps
What-
you uplifted?
Wow, 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 wow. That's a good one. And the thing about it is, I cannot even give one answer and apply it to every situation. I cannot even do that. Well, what inspires me is that I have a compassion.
That's beautiful.
I have compassion for the people, and I'm a passionate person, and I believe that I can bring something to an individual that would be positive and that would put their life on a different road. Instead of the wiggly waggly wide road they was on, that we can narrow it and put them on the right path.
Yes.
That is one of my heart desires, to change people's lives. You
Beautiful.
know, to tell people, no, can you handle the truth? And it's going to be nothing but the truth. And that's what people need. They need the truth. They don't need it sugar-coated. They need the naked truth.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Because by the time the lie go around, guess what? Done tied the truth up.
You
Done
didn't change.
listen, done
did.
stole the truth clothes. All right? And the truth is all tied up.
Oh.
And the lie just running around telling lies. But then once the truth gets loose,
free. Gets
okay?
loose.
Listen, and it comes and it don't have time to put no clothes on. So what happens is you get the what? You get the naked truth.
You get the naked truth.
And that's the way I feel about it. That's why can
Outstanding.
you handle the truth? I want to bring you
Outstanding.
the truth.
Outstanding. Well, I think I have one more question for
Okay.
you.
One more question,
Um,
then we're going to tell our people good night.
Yes. How far do you want this to go?
Ooh, ooh. You know, it's amazing you asked that question because today, just today, I
Yes.
was saying to myself, oh, wow, I wish this could go like worldwide, like syndicated. You know, am I using the right word? You know, like somebody would put us on TV, like we would
Yes,
have
I
our
got
own
you.
show. You know, and now that's why I'm looking forward to, and this is the reason why we make investments, invest our
Yes,
time,
yes.
and invest, you know, coming to the studio because we want to improve what we have
Yes,
because
yes.
we want someone to notice what we have to offer on Can You Handle the Truth? It's syndicated. Hopefully the show will get syndicated.
Syndicated,
That's
yes.
the word. That's the word. Well, like and share, as I have already said, like and share. We're so glad you all was able to join in with us. Listen, unfortunately, we was not able to read your comments. Okay, but no, we're gonna get that taken care of one day. Okay, let's listen. One step at a time, one
step
day
at
at a time, and we will what? We will get there. All right. Remember this. I love you. Lex, you love the people.
I love them very much so.
We love you, but guess what? God loves you best.
Yes.
You guys have a safe, wonderful weekend. All right? And try to stay dry. They say you need to carry an umbrella. Oh, yeah, I want to say one more thing. Let's pray for the people that had the tornado down
yes.
there. I think it was in Texas.
Yes,
Or
yes.
Arkansas,
There is so
somewhere.
much going on
So
in
much
this
going
world.
on in the world. Yes, so much going on in the world. So let's keep those peoples in our prayers
Yeah.
and thoughts, all right?
Pray for United States, period.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in to Can You Handle the Truth with your host, Jocelyn McGuire, and co-host, Alexis Whaley. Please tune in to next Monday where the topics will be hot and on point. Please bring somebody, like and share.
Cafeteria talk.
Thank
on
you.
Monday. Cafeteria talk on Monday.